Good morning, students of class 9. You're welcome back to the classes. Now we are doing history. Today's date is there written over here. We are doing forest society and colonialism in history. So we have reached 2.0, the rise of commercial forestry. So we have learned already that the causes of deforestation during colonial period. Now there are altogether 5 points here. We'll go through one by one. Listen carefully. The British needed forest to build ships. They needed timber and they needed forest to build ships and make sleepers for the railway, as we have already learned this. They were worried that the use of forest by local people. So the Britishers were worried that the local people are damaging the forest, and therefore felling of trees by contractors and traders would destroy the forest. So the Britishers were worried that the local people, the contractors and traders, they are destroying the forest. So what should be done? The Britishers, what they did? Number 2, they decided to invite means call. They decided to invite a German expert named Dietrich Brandis. So they decided to invite a German expert named Dietrich Brandis for advice, and made him, when he reached India, he was made the first Inspector General of Forest in India. So Dietrich Brandis was the first Inspector General of Forest in India, appointed by the Britishers. Number 3, Dietrich Brandis realized means came to know that a proper system had to be introduced in India to manage the forest, and people had to be trained. He found that the people had to be trained in the science of conservation. So people do not know the science of conservation. So that means the people have to be taught. So he realized the proper system it has to be introduced. So number 4, rules. Since he is the Inspector General of Forest of India, he made rules about the forest resources had to be framed. So forest resources, to protect that, a law has to be framed. Frame means made. Felling of trees and grazing. Felling of trees means cutting of trees, and grazing of animals in the forest had to be restricted, means it has to be controlled. Those who disobey had to be punished. So in this way, Dietrich Brandis provided the suggestion to the British government. Number 5, Brandis set up Indian Forest Service in 1864. Since he was the Inspector General, he set up Forest Service in 1864 and helped British government to make laws, and this was known as the Indian Forest Act of 1965. So the Indian Forest Act 1965 was implemented after the rules and regulations were made or formulated. So in this way, Dietrich Brandis, he made rules and regulations, and it was implemented as Forest Act of India in 1965. So next, about scientific forestry. We'll talk about scientific forestry in our next class. So that's all. You go through the book as well, go through the subtitle and read that much. You don't read the whole book at a time. You read part by part so that you can understand, and watch the online classes as well. So it will become more clear. So that's all. Thank you very much for your watching.